and welcome to the Salty Boys Podcast.
So I'm gonna tell you, boy, right now that my head is tipped fully right now, boy.
Well, just take your word for it, because I can't see it. And so concludes the annual meeting of the gentlemen. Healing Amethyst.
I was gonna say, what is a shark noise, by the way?
I don't know. It's Gox.
Can you give us an example? The Salty Boys Podcast.
All right. Captain is the most unnecessary part of this entire adventure right now.
Oh, I beg to differ.
Can he hold his turn, though, if he needs to fire an arrow?
That is exactly what the captain's going to do.
Okay.
He is going to belay his turn.
Big Nick.
Okay, so are we doing my plan? This is what we're trying?
That was the only one proposed.
Banishment's
okay.
a failed plan.
So
It may not be the
something
best, but it's
happens.
what we got.
So Big
Captain will take credit for your plan.
Okay.
But he will follow your plan.
Nick, okay.
Like any good supervisor, you take credit for what your subordinates
Exactly.
do.
So
Damn, don't that hurt.
so we jump off the shield. I cast Leoman's tiny hut.
Okay.
We are now in Leoman's tiny hut
Yes.
and safe from harm.
Okay. Yeah, let me read up on that. Cause,
It's a orb of we can walk willingly through it whenever we want, but enemies can't and attacks can't pass through it. But we
Cool.
can stick our weapons out and our heads out to make attacks.
I just heard we can stick our, and I became 12
9
years old.
creatures fit inside the dome. Creatures and objects, when you cast a spell, can move through freely. Although the creatures and objects are barred, spells and magical can't extend through the dome or be cast through it. It's comfortable and dry regardless of weather outside. Until the spell ends, you can command the interior to be dimly lit or dark. It's opaque from the outside of any color you choose. What color is it?
Green. Do green.
No.
Apparently it's green.
Ice blue.
Never mind.
Camouflage it.
Oh my god, it's fucking real tree camo.
Real tree. Ice
Deer
camo.
blind. Duck blind. Okay.
Oh my god.
Yeah. So green or blue or mix of the two, whatever.
I
Okay.
just imagined it as like glue, a mute gray, like a dark gray.
Cool. Mock.
What happens if I cast banishment on this thing? Like, then what are we going to do when it comes back in a minute? Do we have anything that we can put into the middle of where it would be that would be unoccupied, that would explode when it comes back?
I have a 5-foot bonfire.
The fire that we're about to burn its eggs with.
Can we put that in the middle of where it's at? Like, its stomach's unoccupied, so if it comes back and there's something there that's on fire, wouldn't that kill it?
This is fine.
You did actually give me a great idea though. So if it's unoccupied, its hide is supposedly impenetrable.
That's why I asked if we had explosives.
If one of us stands where it's supposed to be and we go inside of it, we can cut our way out.
Damn it. Okay, I'll do that.
Damn, that sounds cool. I want to do that.
Well, I mean, I have a 21 AC, and
Stomach acid doesn't have advantage.
Okay, so
Yes.
you are casting banishment.
yes.
Okay. I know it needs to make a charisma save.
Yes.
Do dragons have a lot of charisma or hydras?
We'll find out.
It didn't seem very charismatic.
But it's got all them heads, man.
And it can peel the skin off of its face.
Quantity over quality.
Spells and other magical effects can't extend through the dome or be cast through it, so you'll have to step out.
I'm going to stick my head out.
Okay. Alright. Steve. What does he need to or she need to pass?
Is it my spell attack or spell DC?
I believe DC
15.
15. Okay. And let me see what it
Do you have more
has.
bardic inspiration?
I think I get 2.
I don't think that helps against when another creature has to make a save, though.
I don't give a fuck.
Oh, okay.
That
Just
make my spell DC
This
better?
is good for you. You succeed.
Okay, hold on. Here it goes. If the target is banished, it's banished with a faint popping noise.
So there's this like massive crashing with each footfall as its massive talons dig in to, get closer to you, and then as quickly as it's about to bite down upon the hut.
So it's gone for an entire minute unless it doesn't return, and it goes to its own native plane of existence.
Okay.
So maybe it likes it there better,
So, I don't know if you'd know this. So you either have a minute or you're good. So
Yeah.
make the most of it.
How does this work? I'm going to stand right in the middle of where its stomach would be.
Okay.
And you guys are going to go light these eggs on fire or get to the point where you can. As soon as it comes back, and if it freaks out, then
All right,
you light
so
them on fire.
if we have a minute, then we don't have to burn the shield.
That's
we can
literal-
dump the tar off the
Oh, the
shield.
shield's coming in with me.
Yeah, this was gonna say because
I'm going to open it up inside.
that's what I was gonna say.
Well, here's the thing. I can deploy my cannon as a flamethrower, but we also have, like, if we're going by book rules, it's like, what, 10 turns? Because, like, a minute, it's like 6 seconds as a turn or something like that.
Yeah. So you have time to like look through. There's not much in this room. It's a nest. Like that's all. It was made for safety. So the main thing is there's a bright silvery blue crystal, sort of providing some light, and it's clearly magical of some origin. It is anchored into the ceiling by an icicle up above.
Oh, Big Nick knows what he's gonna do with that when we're done. When we finish the Hydra, whatever, how that happens.
He's going to sit on that one.
There's a clutch of icy eggs in this carved nest. Yardley, and probably the captain, given your backgrounds, you would know that Arctic Hydra eggs from such a specimen would fetch quite the fortune.
And he wants to sit
Yardley,
them on
are you
fire.
thinking what I'm thinking?
Why, yes.
Don't even ask him what he's thinking. I love it.
How many tacos am I thinking about?
I can shove 6 of them in my hat.
Stacked like
I was thinking 27, but close enough.
Yes.
All right, so we're taking these Hydra eggs.
you can, yeah. And you're shoving them in Yardley's hat.
How close are these eggs to hatching?
They don't look. They're not close. Like they're not moving around or anything like
So
that.
we're taking these eggs and we're selling them.
So is Yardley's hat actually a bag of holding?
It is a hat of holding.
Oh man.
I say you do have your infusions. I don't know what your infusions are.
Bro, I didn't get that far yet.
That's okay. One of them can be a bag of holding, and you can make it a hat.
Fuck yeah, it's a hat of holding.
It looks large, and it holds even more. So there are a couple other things that you find sort of scattered around the nest. One is a holy symbol of Prokin.
He ain't moving, though.
Oh, I want that.
There is an oil lamp crafted into a crashing tide, or to resemble one. So think like an old style, lamp with the little hole, but it looks like a crashing wave. There is a massive. It's a looks like a great club at first glance, but then you realize it's hollow and it has holes to be like played, like a giant recorder or like didgeridoo vuvuzela looking thing. It's long. It has a crook and like a big empty sounding. Oh god!
I am not a crook.
Big
Yeah,
Nick
crooked.
wants to go up to it and try to play it.
Jesus
Yeah.
fucking Christ, he has a
have to roll for
didgeridoo.
it.
God damn it, I forgot.
Do you attune to it because it is obvious to you now that it is a magical item?
Sure.
It is called a horn of hunting.
Thank God. Of course he has a didgeridoo.
It is a +2. It is a +2 great club, and if you hit an enemy with it, it has a -5 to its saving throws versus your spells.
Oh my god.
Shit.
Yeah,
If I had good spells, that would be worth something.
yeah. That that holy symbol of Prokin is known to you as a reliquary, which means that it holds the bones of a specific saint,
Like the one that might have been in the boat.
perhaps.
Or Jermaine.
Or Jemima. Wait, Jemima?
So what was that? Is it hunting club of what?
A horn of hunting. That reminds me.
A scorn of Blumpkin.
Blumpkins for
Okay,
everybody.
I'm not gonna remember that it does all that crazy stuff. So
It's okay.
You can also
a
just write it down. I mean,
Yes,
it's fucking...
it's just a +2, and if you hit something with it, it has a -5 to your spells.
nice. Okay, -5 spells. So is that +2 for the attack roll or damage too?
+2 to hit and +2 to damage.
Yes.
Does that come under magic or
It is.
miscellaneous?
It is two-handed. Magic.
Can you use great clubs?
It's a simple weapon.
Oh,
It's two-handed. It does a D10.
for a simple guy.
Well, it actually says a D4.
That's just a
Nah.
club. Great club.
Yeah,
It's not the great one.
club.
That's just a regular one.
Yo, greaty club.
Club of greatness.
D4 stands for dumb 4 times.
This is a nutty session, boys.
It is. I love it. I love everything about it.
Yo, so, can we smash that lamp of oil and then I light a bonfire and then
Well,
dip?
I'm gonna be inside this thing.
Hold
by
on,
the way.
before we light this fire.
yeah.
Well, not right now, but
Well, you grab the oil lamp crafted into the wave, and a blue mist begins to fill from outside of it. And before you stands the most hideous-looking genie you've ever seen. At least, that's what normally comes from lamps, right?
is it a man or a woman?
It appears to be male,
Okay.
but let me describe it for you.
Is its name Gene?
Oh, God, did
It's
I?
Norm.
Norm the genie. What about Gene the genie?
What about?
His name's Robin.
It is, no, that's not the one.
Is it a Submariner watch?
It, the lower part of its body is like a water cyclone. It has a bejeweled, like belly band made of gold and amethyst.
Does it go to festivals?
No, it is corpulent, with thin, long, tridactyl hands. It has like a frog-like face with milky eyes and green lips, and it has a sack on its side, like just a leather sack, and it has like loose-fitting white clothing. Let's see. Here we go. Who do I have to thank for my release?
Well, you, my majestic friend, can thank the great Yardley Quiffin for your release.
I see. Well, perhaps we can make an exchange or reach some accord for my release.
I like exchanges or accords, my friend. To what do I owe the pleasure? My name again is Yardley Quiffin.
I am the greatest of all genie kind. I am called the Merid.
Well, it seems we have two greats in one room, and I am about that, my friend. The Merind, is it?
Merid.
Merid?
M-A-R-I-D.
Merid? Schmerid. Merid.
He says, perhaps if you possess half the intellect that I do, perhaps you also enjoy the finer things.
I've got at least half a brain that enjoys the finer things, Mr. Merid.
He says, well, perhaps you can, again, we can reach some sort of accord. What is it that you seek?
I just want to help people, Mr. Merritt. I don't want anyone else to know because my charitable deeds need to be in secret.
So help people. Well, yes, you can help the ones that are closest to you. Yes, of course. I see no problem with that. Well, what would help you reach your goals? What would help you help the people that you care about?
We're fucked.
You can't table talk this, man.
I know.
This is all Yardley.
Shut the fuck up. Well, it seems that we are in quite a pickle right now, and with the information that I've ascertained from my brainwaves right now, we probably need to get the fuck out of here, good sir.
You need to get out of here, I see. Oh, of course. Yes, I can make that happen. Is that all? Such a simple request for someone with such ambition.
A simple request for a simple man, but I do wish that my friend could get the pleasure of slicing a Hydra in half, as it were.
I split the Hydra twice! So you're asking for something to split the Hydra in half?
I'm asking for Mock to split the Hydra in half.
I think Yardley is asking the genie for a Patriot arrow.
It's like a Patriot missile.
Oh.
But an arrow.
Okay. He says, well, I say, if you intend to attack the creature that was inhabited here, it would have to be here for you to attack it. The deed is signed and it shall be done. And with a poof, cloud of fog appears, and out of the fog, the Hydra comes, heads first. Not at all where Mach was. But Mach, you find in your hand a small knife. You look down, and the weapon you were holding has turned into just a small dagger, maybe 2.5 inches in length.
Can Yardley shout from like an almost comedic distance away, like, use the pointy end, boy?
You hear a cackling laughter. Yes, you may split it in twain, but I hope you are ready for death by 1,000 cuts. It may take you years. You have fallen victim to the merit. And then the fog disappears, and a sleepy Arctic Hydra is shaking its faces awake, having been pacified for but a moment. It's dripping with water from straight from the plane of water, and it looks around and then sees where it is, and none too happy.
Thanks.
Yardley, your intellect precedes you. For a second, I almost thought you had at least half a brain.
I got bamboozled, guys.
The captain, you spot one thing before this happens. You spot a fancy blade. It appears to be a two-handed blade of some kind.
All right, well, everyone else got something shiny, so Captain's going to pick up this two-handed blade he probably doesn't have proficiency with.
It is a +1 elven double scimitar. It is crafted to mimic the two phases of the crescent moon. One side shines with radiant moonlight, while the other in dark. With this enchantment, it can also be wielded as a longbow, either dealing radiant damage with each shot, or imbuing an arrow with +1d10 radiant damage. It is called the Mezzaluna.
So is the captain pit now?
So it's actually fashioned after an Italian like chopping device. It's got two handles on each end, and then yeah, and you like rock it back and forth to cut pasta or stuff. But you can also like turn it on its side, and it has like a handle in the center, and then you can sort of like, if you're attuned to it, you can channel energy into pulling back like a magic.
That's crazy. Yeah. So +1, that's +1 to hit and damage, right?
Yes.
Okay, so plus. And what is the damage on that guy?
I believe it's 2d4. Put me on the spot. Let's see. Of course, I'm on airplane mode. Forgive me.
Guys, I'm sorry.
That was awesome.
Oh god, I'm sorry.
Yardley just wanted to help.
Well, at this point, I think I'm closest
what
to
is
the
the-
entrance,
what is the
so give me
weapon?
time to get out.
It is a double-bladed scimitar.
It's a double-headed marital aid.
It is 2d4 slashing damage.
2d4, and even as the
When you
bow
use it.
profile?
And then, and you can use it as a longbow. And you can either choose to do like radiant damage with the shot, or if you use an arrow with it, it imbues that arrow with bonus radiant damage equal to +1d10.
It's still not near as impressive as the guns, though. Like,
Oh, doing like 1d20 flat?
yeah.
Potentially, yeah. So you can do 1d8 plus 1d10 radiant with the Mezzaluna, or obviously you could shoot the gun, which does 1d20. So one is more consistent.
Right.
But
Shoot the gun with the scimitar.
just put the gun in the
His
Right.
dungeon now.
So there's this like brief moment of silence as you guys have like looted everything. It's like all the loot's under your arms, and then the Hydra's there.
Yeah, well, Captain has a turn ready, so he's just going to shoot him with his fancy new bow.
Ooh.
With his... The Mezzaluna.
And one more thing, Big Nick, you were trying to pry the crystal off.
So, what I was getting at is I know what our plan is.
Okay.
So, does this crystal look surprisingly like the one in the middle of Saltmarsh?
It looks like
Except blue.
It looks like a reflection. Yeah.
Put them together. and we're done.
So you want to take it?
Not at the very moment. I want to take it when we're done because I feel like, what am I going to do with it? Can it go in the bag of holding?
Good try. It is sort of like sunk into like an icicle, but it is like suspended, but you can like try to run up and like grab onto it and break it free.
Is there a chance that that's actually, is it helping the Hydra?
Could be.
All right, let's do it.
Okay.
Break it free, put it in the bag of holding. Athletics?
Yeah, give me an athletics.
20, but not net.
Yeah, that's good enough. So you sort of like get a running start and like Tony Hawk half pipe it because you're in sort of like a circular chamber, and you slide up and leap off and grab the crystal, and you stop with your arms around it. You didn't have enough momentum, and then you hear a crack and a crickle, and you drop down. And if you aim it right, you might be able to hit the Hydra. Give me an attack roll with advantage.
Using anything or just
let's say strength,
There you go.
like a
big
melee
boy.
attack.
It's advantage, so you get to roll
Oh.
2 and take the highest.
16.
Nice. Yeah, you do hit, and with the crystal, it sinks into the head of the Arctic Hydra, and you see the magic dissipate from its head, and it's impaled onto the ground with the point of the crystal. You like pry it up, and you're like gripping it all the way around. It's maybe half or 3/4 as tall as you are, so you have it like
So
gripped around.
it's like human sized.
Yeah, so you're like waddling a little bit as you run. But yeah, you've destroyed that one head. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. You see which one you killed.
Well, an African swallow may be, but a European swallow can't carry no ice rope.
5. So yeah, you have destroyed one of the heads.
Sweet.
And you see now that as it's rearing up, each head looks different. Each head looks like it's specialized to do a certain thing.
Is one head special at giving head?
I don't know. You want to stick around and find out?
He wants to stick something else.
Okay, so you guys have looted everything. What do you do?
Captain's taking a shot
Okay.
at the body of this
So-
Hydra.
Before he takes a shot, you said when I hit the thing in the head with the crystal, the magic went away. Was it before it died?
It's like the crystal pierced the magic barrier around it, and like the following.
And then when it died, the magic barrier dissipated.
Yeah, like the head like rended away from the rest of the body, and like the neck behind it, the severed from the body, and like writhed around for a bit, and then died.
Okay, so
kinda
the
pierced it
crystal
through
the
the top
crystal
like a
cuts
snake's
through
head.
the magic barrier is what I'm getting at.
Appears to be so,
But the magic barrier is around the other remaining heads.
and the rest of the body.
How big is that crystal again?
It's about probably
size
as
of a
tall
man.
as Yardley.
Okay, cool.
Yeah.
Fuck.
Captain, you want to shoot?
Someone take a shot
All right,
at the body
Yeah.
of this Hydra.
go for it.
Let the bodies hit the floor. That's not great. 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. It's a 17?
17. Yeah,
What
you'll
the
hit.
fuck is your attack bonus?
That's a +8 from the
My God.
fucking Mezzaluna, bro.
5th edition is broken.
Yeah.
All right.
Nerf D&D.
All
right.
of it.
So that's, wait, sneak attack.
Yes, you do get sneak attack.
Fucking A. All right.
You're 1d8. I assume you're using an arrow with the like imbuing it.
Sure.
Is that what you're doing? Okay. So d8 plus a d10 radiant damage.
Whew. All right.
your
And it is
sneak
plus
attack.
1. Yeah, plus sneak attack.
All
So
right. D8.
1d8 plus 1.
That's a 9.
So you do 9, and then roll a d10 for your radiant damage.
Plus a D10.
Okay.
That's a 12. That's a 12.
Oh, that's a D12. You're right. You're right. So that's 3 from the D10
So 12 so far.
plus 4d6.
Hell yeah.
6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. This plus another 18.
Oh my god, so 18 plus
12.
18 plus 12 is 30.
30 damage. Oh my god. So
Rogues are fucking stupid.
I love it. I love everything about it. I love it. He grapes people. So Can I have a dexterity saving throw? So this one Hydra head comes peeling at you as you pull back this aimed shot, and you track it as it's coming for you, and it breathes icy blast at you. Can I have the DC 14 dexterity saving
a
throw?
Capri Sun flavor icy ball. Or Gatorade, sorry.
Yeah. How it feels to chew 5 gum.
Dex save, that's a lot. 19
Better
plus
than 14.
6.
Okay, you're good. Yeah. You do take 8 damage as you dodge out of the way of the cold.
I have a question.
Yes.
Is that half of what I would have taken if I
You
failed?
take 4 because of that evasion thing.
I take half damage if I take 0 damage for half with evasion.
So you'll take damage, period, but you should take half because of this because you passed. Or sorry, hang on.
My evasion says with a dex save I get half damage for if I fail it, but I take 0 damage if I would have taken half damage.
So since you passed, you didn't get the extra effect, but it always does damage.
Gotcha.
But yeah, now you take half because
So 2 damage?
is 8 down to 4.
All right.
Yeah.
Oh, I thought it was half of the half. Never mind.
Oh yeah.
That's a quarter.
With like a fireball, it's half of a half, which is awesome. Okay. We jumped out of initiative, but go back to. I think it's gonna attack. Let's see. It's got 4. Can I have a strength save? Can I have an intelligence save? Can I have a charisma save? Can I have a constitution save? You have to beat a 14, so just tell me if you beat the 14.
Did
I
not.
got a 14.
No, that means you pass.
Oh, good.
Yeah.
13.
13?
I beat it.
You beat it?
10.
Okay. You are grappled, and you take 4 piercing damage from a very familiar Hydra head with a burn mark on it. It's trying to wrestle the crystal from you, and you, as it like sort of picks you up and starts to shake you around, you feel like your grip loosening a little bit, but you're not letting go yet. You passed, and you passed,
Yeah.
and then
Fail.
you failed. So you take 4 cold damage, although you're wearing that skin, so you take no cold damage. But you do move at half speed now. So you are, like, it's breathing a freezing breath on you, and you feel the chill down to your bones and in your joints. But you resist the damage.
Your lizard leg is cold-blooded, so...
It's the torpor. An unintended side effect. Of lizard
From
legs.
your eyes.
Captain.
All right. It worked so good last time. We're gonna shoot him again.
Yeah.
I tried to get you on our side, but you're a stubborn wee beastie.
That's a 15 plus 8.
Yeah, it's gonna hit.
Sweet Jesus. All right.
It's good.
So
much for this impenetrable hide.
Yeah.
so that's a D8. I'm gonna put the fucking holy energy into that.
Yeah.
Wow, it's
Another
9 again.
Another 9
Bro, I love it.
with a D10. Plus 2.
Okay.
That's 12. Or
11?
no, 9 plus 2 is 13.
That's 11.
No, it's 11.
One.
You're right. Captain Math.
Not a math teacher.
That's how Captain counts his own wages versus
That's all right. I
his
guess
wages.
sneak attack here. Jesus.
Oh my god, that's a lot. If only you rolled like that in 40K, dude. Come on.
20. That's an extra 20.
That's an extra
It's 20. So 20 plus. So it's 30.
30,
32.
32.
31.
Oh, sorry, 31.
No, 31.
31.
Yeah. All right. Roll a d6 for me.
Sure. That's a 3.
3. Okay. That head that attacked Mock, you fire a revenge shot and blasted it. And it is writhing away, and there's only 3 heads left. However, as if in response to being hurt, you hurting. It is hurting. It's a Hydra, so it regenerates 1 head back. It regenerates 1 head back. Okay. Big Nick.
Okay, so I noticed that the cold rock really worked well against this. Is there any way that I can use the rock as an attack?
Yes, you can.
Sweet. Okay.
It is technically an improvised weapon.
Okay.
But you
so I
use
just use
strength.
my strength. I'm gonna hit the one. I have to hit the one that's grappling.
It's grappling,
me, so.
yeah.
An imp weapon.
A simp weapon.
17.
Yeah, that'll hit. It is not gonna do like traditional damage because it's.
It's gonna do progressive damage.
Yeah.
Can
do
you roll a
sim
d6 for me? Oh no, you're attacking one specific. Okay. You bash the Hydra's head in, and it is dead. Like the head of the Hydra.
The head is dead.
Head be dead. And this Hydra is like sort of recoiling. It drops you and is sort of recoiling back. Like this nest of heads and necks that have been severed and blown off are creating this like messy mass. I'm doing a really good job of describing here.
Spaghetti.
But yeah, you're just looking at spaghetti on some like big wide lizard legs, basically. Mock.
I'm going to cast Shield of Faith.
All right.
And then for bonus action, we're going to attack something, whatever is the
yeah.
closest.
Do you want to use that reliquary? It is a holy symbol, but it can be attached to a shield as well.
Sure. Let's see what it does.
It gives you a +2 to melee and ranged spell attacks, and your spell save DC.
Just in general?
Yep.
Like for everything?
Yep.
Okay,
As
so
long as you're a cleric of Prokin.
+2 to what?
To your spell attack, melee and ranged, and a +2 to your spell save DC while you're like holding the shield. And it had a different name, but now it's Reliquary of Saint Train.
Train dance.
Train dance. Thank you. I couldn't remember the last part of it.
Okay, so we're going to work on this. Let's see. Attack. 18 plus 7.
Yeah, that hits.
25.
All right.
And then I'm using my wave cutter blade, which is 2d8. Plus 2 plus another 2.
Right into that sweet tier 2, tier 3 play.
Oh, a whole 11.
Okay. You do some damage to the body of it, but you do not destroy a head. Yardley.
He, feeling very upset because the gentleman's deal did not happen the way he thought about it.
This genie was not a gentleman.
Yeah, Merritt was kind of a dick.
Yeah.
But he can't dwell on that too long because there's a fucking Hydra in the room, so he is going to use his
Get up on the Hydra's back!
He's going to... he's going to use his cannon
Okay.
to fire as a bonus action.
Yeah.
So that's, I believe... Give me a second.
Do a ranged spell attack.
Yeah, range spell attack. So that's what's my spell? +5. So that's that's an 11. That's not gonna hit.
Yeah, sorry.
Can I use my luck stone on his roll?
That's actually a feat for halflings. If you want to toss him the luck stone, you can attempt to do that.
it
if you want to spend your
He
reaction.
has to attune it. Yardley has to have it attuned.
Yeah.
I'll let you as a reaction, like toss it to him.
Can I
If
do
you
a
wanna do
bardic
that.
inspiration? I have one left.
I mean, you could bardic inspiration in Yardley.
Yeah.
Let's
Yeah.
do that instead.
Okay.
That's a D8.
Oh, a
right?
D8, yeah.
Ooh, an 8. So that's a 19.
Hell yeah, that's gonna hit.
Fuck yeah! Cool. So that's 2d8 damage from the force cannon. Pew! 5 and 3, so 8 damage.
8 damage.
So the song, Big Nick sees Yardley aiming his cannon, and he gets his new instrument out, and he gives him a little.
And he's so inspired. Yardley, what's to remind you of the country club or like colonialism or something? Like just
That reminds me when I helped that tribe back out in Jaburg and Bedburg, and they played that nice serenade little melody on those little blowy sticks that they call. And then he's going to take out his rifle and shoot. That's a D20 plus 5, so that's a 16.
yeah.
Okay, D20 plus 2 damage then. Fuck me. That's 8 damage. Whatever. It's still damage.
Yeah, so between your combined arms of Mach attacking and you shooting with you and your cannon, the body is like rocked by all these explosions and attacks, and it like falls to the ground and begins to like sort of melt into the ice, limp, unmoving.
Are the heads still going?
No, they appear to be like fallen, dead, or lifeless.
So it's rip.
Yeah, it looks rip.
Can I?
I'm not being very convincing, aren't I?
No. Can I finishing move this thing? Can I like
Can I finish it off?
We need to light it on
Yeah,
fire.
you want to like,
Macho Man Randy Savage?
yeah,
Just like from the side, like, but instead of elbowing it with
the people's crystal instead of the people's elbow.
exactly.
Yeah, like a homeopathic Karen. You come from downtown, healing amethyst. It cures arthritis
Jesus.
with the power of healing lavender oil.
An article from
God.
2015.
If you read what's on the side of the vaccine. Anyway, sorry, I'm going way too far with this bit. Well, set the scene for me. I'm kind of playing it up, but you tell me what Big Nick does.
I did, and then you.
I'm sorry.
No, I just said instead of the people's elbow, it's a people's crystal. Just like running and then like sideways dive into it right through where the heart should be.
Well, you've seen 300 when Leonidas like jumps off to like attack.
Don't assume he hasn't seen Gladiator.
Yeah. I can't not do that. I'm sorry, it's an instinct now. Yeah, so
Oh my god.
you sink the ice crystal into the heart of the creature, and you see in like one last sort of burst of life and resistance, its limbs all flail about helplessly, and the crystal emits like a burst of energy that knocks you back, and you see that the body of the creature is like pulled into a portal opened by the crystal, and it sort of falls empty, the body of the creature gone, and the crystal falls to the icy floor. You hear the sound of cracking as the ice cavern seems to be faulting,
We should get out of here.
melting. Yeah,
Well, boys,
and you hear the rush of seawater.
I think it's time to go.
Hop on the shield and fire what you can in the other direction.
You read my mind.
I love it. Yeah.
Thunk, thunk, thunk.
Eggplant Boy's like sitting outside the entrance, like scratching his head, hearing this, like,
You just hear, run, boy, run!
yeah, you like grab him by the scruff, and yeah, sure enough, the seawater begins like billowing up behind you, Temple of Doom style, and as you like escape, catching air, a blast of seawater follows you. They should make that a ride on like Busch Gardens or something. And you're rocketed out of the ice cavern, skidding on the shield towards Saltmarsh. You can see the sunstone giving off light in the distance, and the last bits of snowfall begin to give way. The clouds part, and the sun shines brightly and warmly upon you, ending the saga of the Chill of Saltmarsh.
Is the narwhal sinking?
Gnarl. Oh, the Orthel keel. Yeah, so with the ice cavern cracking and collapsing, it begins to like sink slower down, and for a moment it stays buoyant and then begins to sink back down to its watery grave.
Hawk just waves at it. Just goodbye.
So you can make your way back on the sort of rapidly melting sea ice with enough time to not endanger yourselves. But the sunstone still exists up there. You brought the ice crystal with you, and you have all the other loot that you brought from the lair of the Chill of Saltmarsh.
Nice.
Well, if we have this ice crystal and it was all the way out here keeping things cold, and this sun crystal's in the middle of Saltmarsh, is Saltmarsh going to burn to the ground?
That's what I want to do.
Yeah, so
Big Nick wants to touch tips.
Burn so much to the ground.
Yeah, you can you bring the ice crystal up, and yeah, sort of as like a magnetic force, the two begin to like hover around each other and spin, and they begin to like accelerate. And some of the priests that had abandoned Prokin in lieu of worshiping the like sunstone begin to like exclaim in anguish that, "No, we were so close to unlocking its secrets!" And the two begin to emit a great light as they spin faster and faster, and then in a great explosion of shards and light, they explode and disappear to be gone forever.
Mock looks over at the other people that had abandoned Prokin,
Yeah.
and just laughs a little bit and chuckles. Bitches.
See you at Fight Club.
Starts cracking his knuckles while he's laughing at him.
Yeah. Yeah, very nice. So, the weather it appears to be returning to normal. And quite a few friendly faces, including Adelatha, and some of the council members come by, including Jellen Primewater and Ada Oland. They clap you on the back and say, I believe a reward is in order at the next town meeting. I assume that we'll see you there.
Time for a new bar to burn down.
All right.
Yeah. Do you guys have anything you want to do in Saltmarsh before we conclude this evening?
Captain has a couple things he'd like to do.
Mm-hmm.
First, he wants to check in with his old pal Ada.
Yeah.
See if there's any developments, especially with this whole town guard trying to arm themselves situation.
Yeah. So she says, yes, there appears to have been a few complaints. Grem's guard has been separated from the City Watch. They've been tasked with training the city guard and arming them, as is Adelatha, in her producing new firearms. They'll be equipped. The city guard will be equipped. However, the City Watch will not be under Grem's control. He has decided to form a mercenary company that, for a while, will be contracted by Saltmarsh, but soon they will be doing their own thing, as it seems.
That's very interesting.
Yes. He did say he wished to express condolences at your last encounter. He seemed pretty regretful about what happened.
We will make a note of that. Cool. All right. Nothing else to report from Old Money there?
Yeah, I see. What? Jellen or
Ada.
Ada. She says no, but I'm curious. What did you find in there?
Not much. A couple of frozen goblin pirates and a giant great Hydra beast. Sounds like somebody did the work of putting our first mate on ice before we got there.
Very interesting. This Coldfinga is very distressing, and I assume you didn't find him in there.
Nah, we had a bit of an icy reception, if you will.
I see, yes.
I see.
I see what you did there.
Eggplant boy comes around like, go get a pizza for Icy Wiener.
Oh, not again. Yeah. Puberty's hitting him hard. He's got, like, acne all over his face.
Yeah, and then his dog waits from outside a pizza shop and fucking dies. And then I cried.
Nice.
I get that reference.
Yardley would like to rub his
I'm 40% reference.
his emerald bow tie, as it were, and see if he can commune with the EGs for one of their meetings.
Yes. So, I think you slink off to an alley away from prying eyes, and sure enough, it's like the Jedi holograms. They like appear like a council of gentlemen with like the tall hats and ties.
Oh no, gentlemen! Welcome to the annual gentlemen's meeting. Yes. What do you have to report, Yardley?
Good sirs, it appears that I found a Hydra.
Oh, well, do go on.
A big old ice Hydra. And I found a group that might be fairly profitable, but I've yet to find a venture.
I see.
So please don't be unkind with me right now, because I do have ways to pay my coin.
Well, if my name isn't Wrangleboffer Biffleboffer.
Well, Mr. Wrangleboffer Biffleboffer, as Yardley Quiffin, he's going to pull out... He's going to, obviously, the fact that he has more than one, like, Hydra egg, but he's going to pull out one. He's like, I did find a fitting price, I believe. But again, no ventures, only coin. So I don't think I can help these people just yet. But if you give me a little bit more time, I can make it worth your while.
Well, I see, Yardley. As you know, your debt to the society is great, but it appears that your ambition is just as so. And I see that while you may not have taken a trophy head, it may still seem that you are there to help these people.
We give these eggs time, we might have more than just one trophy head, sirs.
Oh, well, yeah.
But if you can see, I'm happier than a mosquito eating some ass with full of blood right now.
Well, as you were, Yardley, and continue on your virtuous mission.
We tip my hat to you, sirs.
Yeah, we tip our hats to you as well,
I wish I
Yardley.
could see you tipping your hats to me, sirs, but I'm tipping my hat right now.
I'm tipping down my hat, so
I'm gonna tell you, boy, right now that my hat is tipped fully right now, boy.
Well, just take your word for it, because I
I'm
can't
tipping my
see it. And so concludes the annual meeting of the gentlemen. Yardley, are you all right?
He puts his he's like, I got a little bit of a cough, boys. Excuse me.
my God.
He's charging his EG crystal.
Christ.
Maka's gonna look at Yardley and say, "Hey, smooth move back there."
So to be a little more transparent, that was the Emerald.
The Emerald Gentleman.
Emerald Gentleman. That's right.
So, is anyone curious about the Emerald Gentleman?
No, I don't care about any of your ideas.
No, not really.
Wonderful.
Shit. Captain's gonna table that discussion. He's actually more interested right now in going to Captain Zendros, the magic items procurer, because he has a magic item that he'd like to procure for her.
Oh, a procurement. Yeah. So, are you wanting to sell?
There's a couple things he wants to do. First of all, he wants to put the Mezzaluna in front of the quote-unquote captain here,
Yes.
and ask her if she can possibly change the chassis of the melee profile to more resemble his trusty rapier, because the crescent blade it's a little too unwieldy for him.
I see. Okay.
Captain's not as burly as his other dwarven companion, but if it was more of a
something more finesse. I see. Yeah. She can make that happen. She'll have to contract and commission a wizard or artificer to do so, who is specialized in modification. Go ahead and make a... I want this to be tied to your charisma, but I don't know if persuasion makes sense. It'd be like a haggling thing or like negotiation.
all right.
But just give me a charisma plus proficiency. So effectively like... charisma plus proficiency.
Got it. That is a dirty 20.
Dirty 20. So, given that she hasn't been doing much business with you all, she's not really giving you any discounts per se, but she sees this as like a great opportunity. You guys have helped Saltmarsh a lot. Other clients have been coming to her, given that Saltmarsh is not in ruins, as it could have been through a number of events. So it can be done for 250 gold, and that would convert it to a finesse weapon, and that would involve sort of trimming down the profile. It's still a two-handed weapon, but it will be finesse. It sort of shaves down the blade a bit. It becomes lighter, and then obviously you can use it with dex.
Gotcha. So, Captain has exactly 30 silver on his person.
Oh, because you gave all your money.
I gave
to
all of
Seamus.
my money to Seamus.
Yeah.
But you do have a
She
Hydra
said,
egg.
I say she can take 300 gold on credit. And given that she knows you're getting money from the council, she says she can go to them and collect if you want to do that. So there's a slight upcharge for going on credit, but
Sure, let's do it.
yeah, all right, she'll do it. She takes the weapon from you and writes you a letter of credit for your notes or for your records, and then has you sign one in her log as well. Do any of you have like magic item stuff?
Yeah. Magic item stuff? No, I'm sorry.
Or yeah, for Captain
It's fine. I
Zendros.
wasn't gonna say anything, but it's chill. Whatever. No biggie. Just fucking do whatever. Do you, dude? I don't give a fuck. Ask me if I
And again,
give a
here
fuck.
you can sell magic items as well as modifying your current ones, or
He would
finding out-
also like to cash in his longbow, and his crossbow for as many cool ass arrows as he can.
Okay, just a straight conversion.
Yeah.
Cool ass arrows, like you
What
have
it-
magic arrows.
Ass arrows.
I mean, magic arrows, slightly
ice.
magic arrows. Just he's
Yeah.
trying to fill up his quantity here. He hasn't really
So-
used the bow a whole lot.
For a longbow and was it light crossbow?
It is a light crossbow.
Light crossbow, you can get 5 +1 arrows, which will do +1 damage on top of what you normally do
Let's do
as
it.
a magic modifier.
Yardley would
Just
like to
about
sell
like-
his club,
Yes.
his great club.
Okay. Just the plain club.
Yeah.
Plain stick.
It's just a big ass fucking.
I think that'll get you 10 gold.
perfect.
Yeah.
Okay, is there any way that I can modify this horn of hunting?
How do you want it modified?
Can it be not quite so two-handed?
It would reduce the damage.
That's fine.
I think it would go down to a D6.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Can
And
I
then it
do
would
that?
become more like a
A club of hunting.
Yeah.
Can I get this that?
Reliquary.
Yeah, to add to my AC at all as well.
Because it attaches to a shield, so your shield already gives you some AC bonus. So it does the plus. It's more like it's like a decoration, and it's like a. I didn't really describe it at all, did I? So, given that it's a reliquary of Prokin, it's sort of like chains that wrap around a like a gothic styled box with like a skeleton on the face, sort of with like the rhyme of waves and sea motifs sort of given to it. So these chains are like wrapped around the shield, with the face of it, displaying the reliquary itself.
Or get any kind of better armor or
Bonus.
Yeah, so you can.
because I got plate right now.
Yeah.
From the Wellicrow, you hear a slight sound of Iron Maiden coming off of it. Or I'm the Ancient Mariner.
Yeah. I will pull up, so. Time activities. If you pay her 50 gold, she can get. What level of rarity armor do you want? Common is 75, uncommon is 300, rare is 2,500, very rare is 25,000, and legendary is 50,000.
Can I do legendary on credit?
She looks at you without smiling and says, "Deadass, you will never make that much money."
Okay, I got 100 gold, but I'm sure the temple, for all the good I'm doing for Saltmarsh, could lend me the other 49,700 gold.
She says, "I'll tell you what, I can get you a brochure for 100 gold for legendary armors."
What about 300? And the temple could help me out with the rest because we did just save Saltmarsh.
You want to hit the 300 level, and then so if you're paying 100 and then getting 200 on credit, it'll just be 250 will come from your payout from the council.
Okay.
So 300 from Captain, 250 from Mock. Captain credit. Call 1-800-CAPTAIN.
Is it possible?
Payday loans.
Is it possible to see someone to put a scope on my rifle?
On your rifle? You're looking for a magic one specifically, or just looking to increase the range?
Probably a magic one.
Okay. I think that would fall under uncommon at the 300 gold level, and Captain Zinders would be the one to talk to about that.
What's the higher tiers, and what would be the benefit of a higher tier?
So at an uncommon, you'll probably be able to find a +1 rangefinder, which would give you a +1 to hit. Given that firearms are so new, it's hard to find magic items that enhance them. But if you went into the rare category of 2,500 gold end up, then you'll find more interesting and more volatile experimental magic items. Technology. And as an artificer, you may be on the cutting edge to some of that anyway.
Oh, so meaning I could make that?
You'll at least I mean, you can make magic items as an artificer. Your infusions like let you craft some of those things, or at least items that like replicate some of the magic items.
Okay.
But there's a whole list you can look through.
Okay, then I will hold off on that.
Yeah.
Big Nick had a different idea.
Okay.
Is there any way that I can like? I mean, you can say no, but can I, now that my Horn of Hunting is a one-handed weapon, can I like combine my +1 flail because it's like the best and it actually fits my character and the horn? So like
You can have a horn in one hand and the flail in the other.
well, I'm what is a class? It's something I get like proficiency in if I'm only holding one weapon.
You're
Swords.
dueling?
Yeah, dueling. So like I'm thinking like, what if I take the chain and the axe head off of the +1 flail and put it on the didgeridoo?
Okay, so you just have like a chain, like you're swinging a chain at the end of a long
Well,
stick.
that's what the flail is. It's a stick with a chain and an axe head on the end of the chain.
Well, this one didn't have a stick. This one was just like literally chain.
Oh, just a chain
just
and
a
an axe
chain
head?
with the axe head, yeah.
Well,
Just cutting out the middle, man.
Yeah.
Can I just like put them together?
Like nunchucks?
Yeah.
It won't really be one-handed at that point. Like, that's so unwieldy.
Okay, well, I
Yeah.
know, but like, well, that's what I thought. Usually flails like had like a stick that
They
were-
normally, yeah, like the medieval ones do.
Yeah.
But they're like fighting chains. I think it's more like Pakistan, like India
This is
weapons.
beginning.
Have you ever
Gotcha.
seen like they have this like it's not like a hula hoop or like a jump rope, but it's like it's this really long spiral blade, and it's like just as deadly to the wielder as it is to the. But it's
Well, actually,
it's really
I'm not
long,
that
like,
worried
but-
about it because I don't have any offensive spell attacks, so not really any. So
Oh, really?
Can I sell it?
The didgeridoo.
Yeah.
Yeah. You don't have like charm person or anything that you want to use?
No, I mean
Okay.
I have polymorph, but I don't have any spells that do damage.
What about Cloud of Daggers?
It's a -5 to the DC, so if you hit somebody with it, now they have -5 to resist polymorph.
Okay,
just to
but
pitch
yeah.
it to you.
I mean, I don't know.
you don't have
I
to.
also have like
You can also make some good money off of it.
right. That's what I want to do.
Okay. Yeah, it is a very rare item, so you're going to get 10,000 gold for it.
That's
God
way better.
Yeah.
damn.
Yeah.
So, do we have to wait to hear back about what they're going to get us and whatnot, or how's that work?
Oh yeah, so you dropped for the uncommon. Let me write down what you guys.
Big Nick has exactly 10,000 gold. Can I dump some of my non-magical weapons too?
Yeah.
many do
You can sell those at
fucking
5e.
have?
I got a bunch just from like being a bard and an orc.
Jesus.
If you wanted to sell the Metzaluna, you would also get quite.
Oh yeah, what's
sizable sum.
the scale
I-
mail for breathe underwater worth?
Oh, the Mariner's armor? Good
Yeah.
question. Let me find out. Is it going to tell me? Probably not. Of course not. Do you want to get that Luckstone checked out, by the way?
Oh, I thought I knew all about it, but sure.
No, this is from session 1. It's been killing me not telling you. It's cursed.
Oh,
It's a cursed Luckstone, so randomly it gives you disadvantage. Every time you use it to gain advantage, it has like a charge of using disadvantage against you. And
Oh, shit.
I was hoping you would like toss it to him because you would throw it and it would like come back to you.
Oh,
it would
damn.
like ricochet back around. Okay. I will-
shit. Okay.
Uncommon.
Yeah, I think it's uncommon. So you would get 200 gold for it.
So I have a theoretical question for you.
Okay.
If I try to sell this thing,
Uh-huh.
I get the money for it, I walk away. Stone comes back to me.
She knows instantly that it's cursed.
I'll keep trying to sell it.
No, get that poison away from my shop.
But what if I go to a different town? How much can I
I'm
play
skipping
this up?
town again. You're the worst absentee father to this crew.
All right,
love it.
so it is a cursed Luckstone. That is good to know.
Okay, Big Nick has a follow-up question to having 10,000 gold.
Okay.
Can I fix my foldy boat?
For
For 10,000 gold?
That's an uncommon magic item. So it would be
I have the sail, and that's it.
350 gold to get another folding boat.
I'm just going to sell the armor and pay outright.
Okay.
So,
To like
anything
yeah.
on credit, and then what do I get for armor?
you have to wait a week.
Okay.
So you wanted an uncommon armor, and Captain, you wanted an uncommon
Plate.
What did you want? I'm sorry.
Oh, I wanted I wanted the Messaluna to be trimmed down a little bit.
Oh, that's
so
right,
I could
you
use it for my
did.
dex stat instead of strength.
Yeah, thank you. So she is calling it like an uncommon modification. Okay. Modification to the Mezzaluna. Mock got uncommon armor. And that's so this is the money you're paying for is a commission, and she's sending out like multiple treasure hunting crews. And so it takes a bit for them to come back. And I'll say that she hasn't been doing like jobs while the sea ice is frozen over. But now that she can, she's going to go out to those islands, and surely there's going to be treasure out there that she'll find.
Cool. And before we conclude for the night, Captain's going to kind of pull Yardley to the side. And he's going to kind of tell him, did Captain happen to catch him talking with his Emerald crew people?
It's up to you.
I'm sure he didn't hear all the specifics, but
I didn't try to make it known. I guess we could do like an opposed check.
no, that's cool. So
Opposed stealth.
I mean, you could probably. I definitely would do an opposed stealth so you could hear it.
well, Captain can kind of size you up at a glance enough to know. He looks and goes, Yardley, you like me yet appear to be a man with a history. I won't ask you to spill your guts for me here and now, but I know enough about you from our last venture to know that you're one of the good ones.
Captain, this might be a drink for another time, but I'd be more than happy to fill you in, but I don't think this is the best place to explain my
Sexual desires.
Trying to have a moment here.
Don't misunderstand me there, Quiffin. I'm not here to ask you about your skeletons. I'm here to tell you about your reward. There happens to be a certain turret, a cannon, if you will, from Miss Adelatha that you were fancying. So he kind of takes out a little piece of paper real quick and scribbles on it and goes, this is my card. Give this to Adelatha and the cannon is yours. And it's just a picture. It's like a little crude stick drawing of Yardley and a hat that kind of goes above,
Like off the page.
It cuts off at the top of the page, but if he turns it around, the hat continues on the other side. And there's a picture of him shooting a cannon. It just says pew pew, but all the E's are actually 3s.
Well, I do say, boy, you drew my hat mighty big, and that's a mighty big compliment. So
I love it.
I will go get this cannon from Miss Abalappa.
All right, Big Nick has one last thing he needs to do. I'm gonna go find Seamus.
Okay. We're gonna sort of get this wide sweeping pan shot as Big Nick heads off to Seamus. Oh, did you want to talk to him right now?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. So he's on the SSS 2, and he's cleaning the bar, and he notices Big Nick
You're here to burn down your own ship.
I'm sorry. I just wanted to tell you I'm sorry.
Think nothing of it. It's dwarven bitterness. We never forget a grudge, but I think I can forgive you.
kick his ass, Seamus.
Oh, I think I heard a son of a bitch.
So Big Nick is gonna. Is the captain appearing?
Nah, Captain's not actually
okay. Okay. I was gonna say if the captain was appearing.
Sorry.
So Big Nick looks at Seamus and says, Seamus, I have a proposition for you, if you'll hear me out.
Of course.
Is this boat big enough for you? For a bar?
Suppose so.
Would you want a bigger one?
It suits me fine.
I have a plan, and Big Nick's gonna tell him that he wants to go turn the old abandoned house into the empty net.
Yeah.
Club.
So his eyes.
My kids have gone off to college, and I'm so sad.
His eyebrows raise and furrow, and I think the audio sort of begins to fade out, and we get some swelling theme music for Saltmarsh and
Train.
Hey soul sister. Yeah. And it's montaging of everybody hugging each other. Anyway, we get this wide panning shot of Saltmarsh, people coming outside and enjoying the sun, and it's a really high moment. And then the camera pans under the waves and into the dark and through the kelp and speeds through an undeterminate distance shortly into the court of the Sahuagin, and a great shark shaman speaks before them. The prisoner has killed 2 more of our blood this night. And some of the other Sahuagin make shark noises. They say, this cannot stand. This prisoner, as they call him, must be hunted down and killed.
That's the sound that they make.
I was gonna say, what is a shark noise, by the way?
I don't know.
It's gawks.
Can you give us an example? Good one.
There's nothing I can do to top that, so I'm not going to try. And we will leave it there.
Are you recording right now? Okay, cool. Simmons. Hey, roll me over. Simmons. Hey, guess what? I'm a pickle. I'm Pickle Krog. It's the Salty Boys. And I will always love you. And truly, it's not bourbon. And etching.